Welcome, gamers and geeks, to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM. I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server. And today we're playing City of Gate 2.0. And, yeah. We're on episode 59. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Okay then. Hello, I play Gwendolyn Darkmoon, Rogue Fire Extraordinaire, Drawerat.
Yes.
And I have a secret that the Paladin will not like.
That the Paladin will not like. Okay.
Secrets.
Keep it secret.
Secrets.
Keep it safe. So,
I'll go
I'm.
Oh no, you go.
I will be playing Jimula, the half-elven bard paladin rogue.
half elf.
Yeah, a half-elf werebear.
Half elf, werebear. There, bear.
Yeah, 'cause, why not be completely insane?
Of course. And Han? Poke.
Okay.
Your turn.
Yay. I play Curie, who is Goliath, barbarian, cleric, druid, person.
Yes. All the things.
All the things.
What happened last time we played, folks?
We decided we were. What did we? We decided we were going to go report to the Hellsingers about having. I know that the main thing is we decided we were going to go deal with go report to the Hellsingers that we dealt with the demon problem. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else that we did before that.
Oh yeah, we met like a silver dragon.
Yeah, we did do that. We belt. Yeah, we belt.
You did.
We met the silver. Oh, jeez. Met the silver dragon.
You met a silver dragon?
Yes.
Okay, just go on.
And he has joined us as a cat.
As a cat. Yes. As he was relieved to... He thought he was the only dragon left, and he was pretending to be an old man. With silver hair.
Yeah. I decided that the old man form wasn't going to cut it for him, so he.
Mike is being a bit muffly.
Then he decided that the old man form wasn't doing it for him anymore, and he decided to spend time as a cat.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. He can be a furry if he wants to. So, yeah. So yes, and then you went to the Temple Paylor.
And found that it had been
Compromised.
compromised. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Compromised. And we took it upon ourselves to fix that.
Yep.
Because that's what adventurers do. especially when two of them are devout followers of Paylord. And so we headed on. We made our way to the catacombs under the temple and battled a fair amount of vampires, including the vampiric form of Generalist's former mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And then we spent a bunch of time. We spent at least 2 hours bringing people back from the dead and cleaning up the mess and trying to like patch the holes that the vampires had used to get in. And all that fun stuff.
Okay, cool.
And
Toby?
Yeah. Doggy's being a whiny boy.
I go let him out. I will follow what the party do.
and we found that one of the sarcophagus or coffins or whatever.
What are you doing, Toby?
What is he doing?
Going back in now.
Hi, Toby. Oh, is it because you want me? You want me? Alright, Toby wants me to go out and play. Sorry, Toby, we can't. We're playing an adventure.
Your driving insurance. Get up.
Sorry, what?
Get up.
Okay.
You sure?
I'm back.
Okay. So, yes, you defeated the dark paladin, the dark vampiric paladin, and squished all the other vampires.
And then one of us looted a coffin of a sword without anybody else noticing.
Moonblade.
Yeah. Really cool thing, but still. And we decided that we were going to, so they could find out whether or not the sword will even accept them or not. We decided we were going to go to an elven temple. Only problem is, the only elven temple in town belongs to the head of the elven pantheon, and he's not a very nice god. I mean, he's a good god, but he's not going to be very nice to us because we don't meet his standards.
Yeah, like he's a family member, patriarch who's just very into tradition.
Or something, because
Maybe a bit of a Karen. Or the male equivalent of a Karen.
A Kevin.
Okay, Kevin. He is a Kevin.
I don't know if that's the official nickname for it, but yeah, it seems to make sense to me.
Yeah, it works.
Toby,
he's definitely because one of us is a drow, who are the people of his ex-wife,
Yes.
who he kicked out and cursed,
Yes.
and the other one is a half-breed.
Yeah. Yeah, guaranteed to piss off the elves. So, I need to take in a dragon with you. Dragon in the form of a cat. Alright.
Yeah, because, nothing says, hey, look at us, we don't belong, like,
Yes. And of course, you've got a Goliath with you.
Yeah, we do have that too. There is nothing wrong with that, though.
Nothing wrong at all. So, any plans that you want to make before? Anything you want to do before you head to this other temple?
No, because that would be the intelligent thing to do, and we're more the wandering blindly and then beat for something on the way out.
I mean,
Think of something on the way out? Is that what you said?
Beat people up or BS our way out. In a way, I guess.
BS your way out, yeah. What were you going to say, Gwen?
I was gonna say, best case scenario, we just get, like, cussed out. The alternative, they just stab us. But it's probably not gonna be effective because 2/3 of us are war creatures, so... I have faith in us.
As I said before, what champion are we pissing off today?
Cold.
It's all good. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
So yes, what do you want to do? You're just gonna stride in?
Why not?
Why not, indeed. Okay. And the extremely aloof-looking priest in a very finely made robe greets you at the door, holds out an arm as if to say, "This is as far you're getting until I get to talk to you," and says, "What brings you to our temple?"
In an Elven. Double check. Make sure I actually. Yeah, okay. So in Elvish, I will say, my friend wished to pray at an Elven temple. It is the closest Elven temple.
He is quite right, I say, in Elvish as well. And to perhaps try to attune to a special item in your church.
A special item.
Yes. I slowly reveal the Moonblade.
That is impressive.
Alright, I am alive.
Yay! So far, you haven't missed much. So far, they've just entered the high elf temple of the, god of the high elves, whose name I can't remember at the moment.
That's okay. I forgot it too.
And yes, a snooty elf has barred your way and asked, "Why are you coming here?" Basically.
Oh, me?
No, but the party.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But feel free to. Gwyn has just revealed the rune blade.
Oh. Well, I mean, that works.
Where did you
What
get...
did he say to that?
He's about to say...
Oh, okay.
Where did you find that?
We found it after killing some vampires. And
I see.
I know that this is a powerful artifact, and I just wanted to see if I am able to attune to it, since this is quite a valuable item.
It
If
isn't...
not, then I will then give it to someone who is probably more equipped to it, or just do what I can.
Generally speaking, rune blades stay within a particular elven family. If you found it after slaying vampires, then perhaps it would be best to find out which elven family and return the blade to said family. It is likely that you would receive some form of reward for doing so.
Believe that there is no other families or to attune to it.
And you know this because you've studied the runes and traced the family lineage? Or are you just...
not.
So you're just guessing. Don't worry.
That is why I've came here. If I'm not able to, then I will do what you said and try to research.
You may leave the sword with us. We will identify its proper owner for you. Thank you.
No.
No offense, sir, but this is Gates.
This is what?
This is the city of Gates, and I've already been swindled out of money from a bank.
Oh, I'm sure that you've had many a trouble here in the city of Gate, but rest assured, me and my people are quite refined, particularly compared to the rest of you.
I doubt very hard.
I'm sorry, two of you spoke at the same time there. What was Carrie saying?
Carrie wants to punch this douchebag's lights out.
What was Gwyn
I am
saying?
bristling.
What was Gwyn saying?
I wasn't saying anything, but Gwen is going to incite the heck out of him because sus.
Oh, he's just a pompous windbag. Now, having said that, if he really was... He is a high elf, and for some reason, he's in the city of Gate, and not the Elven lands. Why is he here? Why is anybody here?
He is desperate.
Possibly wasn't going to inherit anything, so he came elsewhere to try and act like he was all that without family members around him that know better.
Yeah.
So
we have came here to worship, and I don't want to bring any disrespect to you, but can we please proceed into... I can't remember the elven god's name, so insert here.
alright, I'll see if I can find it. I'm trying to do something else at the moment, but
Oh, okay. Maybe I can just Google it.
I should know it. We should know it, because, you know, you're in the thing. Corellon Larethian, the elven deity of art and magic, and also happens to be the head of their pantheon. Yeah.
Carry-on, Ressian.
Corellon. Yeah. Corellon.
Carry on.
Carry on luggage. Yeah.
Stupid Southernisms.
Toby, give up. Anyway, I think he needs closing down. But anyway, he's very hot. So, the cat's just going, meow. So, it seems we're at an impasse. You have some stolen high elf property. And what appears to be a stray cat. And you refuse to hand it over.
And
If
you're,
you're not
and
listening, then I will go find another church.
I'm afraid not. I can't allow you to just walk away with such with an artifact that clearly belongs to your betters.
Can I punch him now?
My betters.
Yes.
You
do know
you
what
don't
that
mean
means.
yourself.
I understand that the Drow are a blight on the Elven Pantheon
Why bring up
because
them?
of the disagreements between Hilarion and Wolf. I understand that she is a bit on the evil side, but just because our ancestors decide to go with her does not mean that we are all
You're a
evil slavers.
You're a drow.
You did.
You're wearing your mask.
Yeah, but he was saying our betters. I was thinking
He was assuming that you weren't a high elf, because if you were a high elf, he would have known you. He's being a judgmental prick.
Can we just leave and say no wonder you're in City of Gate?
If you want to. But do you think he'd let you leave?
If he
not.
doesn't, I have more than enough to be able to punch his lights out.
But I am
I'm trying not to for the good of the party.
For the greater good?
So if I start punching him, he'll fight back. So if we leave and he tries to stop us, then that gives us cause to retaliate.
What do you think, guys?
Is Wilhelm there yet?
Wilhelm's there. Wilhelm's been tagging along as far as I'm aware.
Oh, I just assumed they left him asleep on the pews in Palor's place.
No, they would have shaken you awake and dragged you along with them.
Oh, okay, it's okay. No. Okay. I mean, Wilhelm's going to go ahead and reach in his bag and pull out his holy symbol, and just ask the fucker to move, because he's not allowed to block people of the same religion, so he can fuck off and let us through, and if he has a problem, the high priest can come and talk to us. It's of Corolithian. That one he has it.
Ah.
It will also point to Wilhelm, or Solomon, whose chest is engraved with the same symbol.
No, he didn't know that you were a drow from your attitude. But yes, he as a member of this temple, you are, of course, allowed. Sanctuary. Are these others part of your entourage? Are you taking responsibility for them?
Yes, I am, and I'm hoping to add our friend who you have been harassing to the list of worshippers.
Are you sure? That's wise, brother.
It is better to supply someone with the option than to believe oneself above every single other living being. Don't you agree?
No.
We are above every other living being. We are the high elves. We are perfection.
Then why the fuck are you in Gate, which is the hellhole of all hellholes, rather than being in the Hell Elven lands where you so wish to be?
Someone had to improve the atmosphere.
You got exiled.
How dare you insinuate such a thing?
It's the only reason you'd be here.
I've seen garbage who can improve the atmosphere better than you can.
Brother, I suggest you control your servants.
Please refrain from calling anyone my servant. Even my own robot is not my servant. And Wilhelm's just going to walk by him and kind of stand there. He's like, all right, come on, guys. If he has a problem, then the high priest can come and talk to us.
That may be the high priest. That's the problem.
Oh, well, then he can take a foot up the ass. Even worse. And he's just going to keep walking. Yeah, he's going to hold the spot open so they can get through. Then, if the priest has any issue, he will perfectly be okay staring him in the face.
Stabbing him in the face.
Staring him in the face, not stabbing him.
Oh. Can you go kill the dog?
I'm not gonna kill the dog. Toby.
So we make our way in.
Wine!
Priest is dead.
Hey, I'm curious. Gwen says and Thieves can't. Maybe you should be one to do the ceremony.
She's always
Not Kira, I mean Genrilla.
Genrilla. Don't think Genrilla wants the rune sword.
No, I mean, I don't know how it goes. Do you require a priest to bless you and do stuff, or?
I am not 100% sure myself.
The one who is most likely to be able to find out what the correct ritual is would be the member of your party that follows this religion, Wilhelm.
Okay. Never mind, I just made assumptions. Wilhelm, you're good.
You may have to tap into some... You may have to commune with something to...
Fair.
But,
Ah!
or at least he appears to... Well, you have a holy symbol of it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So,
As a holy symbol and a rope. Well, once he pointed at it, it would probably be obvious. It's a robot card with it, so...
Mm-hmm. You're not a cleric of any kind, though, are you?
Nope. No cleric, but... Since it's a god of magic, the odds are Wilhelm would try and commune with him still. If he has to.
Okay.
It'd be something I probably wouldn't have tried in a super, super long time, but...
So you're going to stand at the altar to Coralon and open your mind and try and receive some literally divination on how to do this ritual.
Yeah. Some literal... Hey, this works. It's in a school of magic. I think this is fair. Yeah, he's gonna... Yeah.
Do you have...
Please stay out of trouble for 5 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. And yeah, he's gonna go to the altar and pray.
Just having a look to see if there's any actual...
He finally went to the bathroom.
Hooray! Toby finally peed. Now he's gonna shut up, I hope. Alright. So you don't have commune or any of those spells. Okay.
I think they're all clerical stuff. The only cleric spells I get are all healing and support spells. None of the immune stuff.
Yeah, just checking. So
he's gonna have to give it the good old college try.
Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Need to check an ability real quick. Okay, yeah, perfect. Oh, he'll just go ahead and bump that up. No, he won't use his last part. He'll flash of genius it though and make it a 24.
Nice. The god you're trying to reach is unavailable at the moment.
Ah, Braz, well, shit. You know what? That actually works too.
What can I do for you, mate?
Gwen has a sword, the Moonblade it's called. Does she need a priest to attune to this thing?
Oh, that's a nice sword. I'll pay you well for it if you want to turn it in.
No, I think she wants it. So I was trying to figure out what the bloody she needs for this thing.
So you need to know the ritual that would allow her to attune to it.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I can acquire that for you. What are you going to do for me?
Well, what do you need?
Well, I could always use more souls, of course.
Oh, I have some for you. Kill a succubus. She dropped some coins.
Really?
Yeah, I assume they're the kind you're after. Never really seen this type before.
Large iron coins?
Yeah, large strange iron coins.
Okay. That'll be a good start. Alright. I'll see you back at the shop when you're done.
Alrighty.
Here's the knowledge you require. And you just feel it fill your brain.
Perfecto.
Downloaded.
Straight in.
Sorry?
She downloaded straight into the head.
Yes. Your eyes flicker and you open them and say, I know Kung Fu.
But it was Kung Fu fighting. Right. Well, Gwen, I've got your information, and he's going to tell her everything she needs to attune to it.
All right.
Okay.
So basically, it would be a ritual, and you, as the you can either try and convince one of the priests to preside over the ritual, or you can do it yourself, Wilhelm. What would you rather do?
If Gwen wants, he can oversee the ritual. It doesn't bother him.
All right.
Yeah, I feel more safe with Wilhelm.
Okay. So begins a hour-long, long-winded, droning, and yet melodic ritual song that causes your soul to vibrate in synchrony with the soul of the blade. It takes a little while longer for you because you're not of the bloodline, so there's a lot more realignment involved. I wanted to make sure people were around us behave. Curie, are you also keeping watch and making sure that nobody interrupts the ritual?
Yes,
I'm like
just
sat
stood
there
staring
daggers at anyone who tries to come in and interrupt.
It's whatever judgmental glares you get from elven priests.
I glare right back. Who can play at this game?
Indeed. Gwyn, your religion modifier. All of your modifiers are amazing. I don't know why I even bothered looking to see if this was going to be a problem, because it's not. Okay. So, shall we find out exactly what you get? Do you have a notepad?
There's like 13 on this thing, isn't there?
Yes, it's a 13 generation Moonblade.
All the tricks.
It's going to be massive.
Yeah, fuck.
So, who wants to roll the 13 iterations of D100?
I think that's Gwen's responsibility. We believe in you. You got this. Roll high.
13 D100.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be bad if she doesn't get something so that sword's actually useful for her.
With 13 choices, it's pretty good that she'll get.
Yeah, this is more or less just like bacon on the finesse.
Come on.
This pen works. We're going to Braz. I gotta tell him that he's gotta be careful with swords he sells. This thing's gonna cut off my
Let
head.
me go.
There we go. So, 96. You can use a bonus action to cause the moon blade to flash brightly. Each creature you can see... each creature that can see you and is within 30 feet of you must succeed on a DC 15 con save or become blinded for a minute. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Property can't be used again until you take a short rest while attuned to the weapon. 8. Increase the bonus to attack and damage rolls by 1 to a maximum of +3. So it's already up +1. In fact, the 8, the 13, the 16, the 7, 6, 5, 6, all of those would be... Okay, so it's a +3 Moonblade. Alright. 97. The Moonblade functions as a ring of spell storing. So that means... Ring of spell storing. The ring can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. When found, it contains 1d6 minus 1 levels of stored spells chosen by the DM. Go ahead and roll a d6 minus 1. Two. Oof. Okay, so let's give it Misty Step. It contains a Misty Step. Although, do you already have something like that?
I can dash.
Yeah, okay. It contains...
Probably doesn't count.
Contains a Misty Step. 16 we've already covered. 87. Scores a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20. Which is nice. 52 gets a randomly determined minor property. Okay, roll another D100. Two. You gain proficiency in one skill with the DM's choice. What are you not already proficient in? I'm pretty sure you're already proficient in everything, aren't you?
I'm a proficient in everything.
Okay, re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, you did. You did re-roll it. It was a 71. Okay.
No, at the
The 2 was
The
something else.
D6 was like something for the, I guess, the spell.
Yeah, that was for the spell story. Funnily enough, you get another 2nd level spell stored in this, in the sword. Should we make a... Invisibility? Or... how about sea invisibility? That might be more useful.
Ooh, that'd be useful.
Yeah. So you got 1 use of sea invisibility on there. And that was the 52. 54 is another roll on the minor property. Oh, you did. That's a 50. Okay. So the 50 resistance against 1 damage type. You're already resistant to all physical damage, aren't you?
Yeah.
Could I make a suggestion?
Go on.
Given that it's, I would suggest either radiant or necrotic.
Necrotic would be fitting, given that she's already got phantom rogue levels.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's make you resistant to necrotic. And 97 is another ring of spell storing. Another d6 minus 1. Four. Okay. Given that a ring of spell storing only has 5 levels in it, let's make it a 3rd level.
I was going to, I guess, ask, like, you don't have to do it, but, like, can we, like, switch out one of the runes to, having the Moonblade gain the finesse property?
Well, I was actually just thinking that because we've got so many low numbers, Vampiric Touch. So you've got 1 use of Vampiric Touch on there. But okay, so there was... so anything between 1 and 40... it actually does say in the book, re-roll if the Moonblade Blade already has a +3 bonus. So the 8, the 13, and the 16 give you +3. That means the 7, the 6, the 5, and the other 6 can all be re-rolled. So you got 4 more rolls.
40, 100.
And there's a chance that one of them... nope. Damn it. Okay. Although that 21 can be re-rolled. And that one can be... if it's below a 40, keep re-rolling it. If it's a 40, alright.
I'm just going to copy and paste this one.
I'll let you do that.
We might be here for a while.
91. Awesome. Okay, so the 86 lets the Moonblade function as a defender. The defender is the magic sword that also... so you can, basically it can be a +3 sword, or you can give yourself a +3 to AC, or anything in between. So it can be a +2 damage with a +1 to AC, or a +1 to damage and a +2 to AC. Does that make sense?
Think so?
Alright. The 43 is another minor property, random minor property. D100. 46. Resistance against a damage type. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with Radiant for that one. That was the 43. The 74 is also another round. Fuck it, I'm going to give you the finesse one on that one. And then 91. When you hit a creature of a specific type, such as Dragon, Fiend, or Undead, the target takes an extra 1d6 damage of either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Let's have it do 1d6 extra fire damage to undead.
Sense.
So altogether, it's a +3 sword containing, with the finesse property and the defender functions, and it contains 3 bound spells. The specifically the damn it, what was it? See invisibility. Misty Step and Vampiric Touch. It crits on a 19 or 20. It does a d6 of extra fire damage to undead. You can have it flash as a bonus action to potentially blind your enemy. It's a pretty good combination of abilities.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. And it's sentient. It has an intelligence of 12, a wisdom of 10, and a charisma of 12, so it's not particularly smart. And it has hearing and dark vision to a range of 120. So do you. It communicates by transmitting emotions. So it can feel things, and it can communicate more explicitly through visions or dreams when the wielder is either in a trance or asleep. And each Moonblade seeks the advancement of elven kind and elven ideals. Courage, loyalty, beauty, music, and life are all part of this purpose. The weapon is bonded to the family line it's meant to serve, generally speaking. But you are... Yeah, that's the ritual brought you into alignment with it. Once it has bonded with the owner who shares its ideals, its loyalty is absolute. If a Moonblade has a flaw, it is overconfidence. Much like the elves. Once it is decided on an owner, it believes that only that person should wield it, even if the owner falls short of elven ideals. So yeah, you're you now have a Moonblade that is your friend.
Does the Moonblade sync?
Does the what?
I guess after the ritual, what do I sense from the Moonblade?
Family. Like it companionship. You feel a sense of companionship from the blade. And expectation. Meow.
Huh?
Meow. What do you want to do now, guys?
Leave.
We were out most of the night.
Uh-huh.
I think we've done a bunch. I don't know. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what the thing is, but I know we know at some point we need a long rest because afterwards Kiori needed to prepare True Res to bring back my mentor.
Do you want to rest here at the temple, or do you want to break?
Oh, fuck that. We'll get shanked in our sleep.
It just got us entry. There probably will be robbery or stabbing in the sleep, so let's leave.
I was going to say, or would you rather risk going through the streets of the city of Gate at night? But, you know, if you've already made your mind up.
Oh, was it not daylight? I thought it was daylight when we went over there and screwed up the temple.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm saying, like,
It's not
I know we went there, but I want to say we waited until morning to go to the temple, so it should only be like noonish.
Okay, then yeah, you can head through the city without fear of too much nonsense.
Plus, you know, the city, a lot of the people in the city know us, and they know better than to be like, oh, look, that's a group of people who like to absolutely destroy everything around them. We should get in their way and see if we can become the next, you know, red misty stain thing on the ground.
Alright, guys. Wilhelm will let you guys know. He's going to go ahead and fly on ahead. He has to go swing by Braz's. And he has gifts to hand out at the shop. He will meet everybody there. And him and Solomon are off.
So he doesn't even give you the chance. He doesn't even give you the chance to go with him. He just flies off. Do you guys want to go to Brazil's, or are you gonna let him just do that on his own?
I have no reason to go to Brazil's. If I want a different weapon, I'll just grab my mentors and say to fuck with the resurrection.
Fair.
He mostly just assumed everybody else was super tired. He got an 2-hour-long power nap, so he was like, oh, okay.
Okie
dokie. Yeah. We have all kinds of fun.
You know it.
Alright. So.
Also, I definitely wrote in the notes that one of the priests at Corlethian's temple is a dick.
Just one of them?
Just one of them.
It's probably more than just one. Just say it.
Probably, but only one hassled him.
Yes. Alright. So you head over to the Brazos as the rest of them are walking back to the herbalism shop. Yes?
Yep.
And what do you do when you get to Brazos?
He's gonna open the door. Hey Braz, it's me. Also he did put his holy symbol away. Forgot about that. It's back in the bag. He's gonna pull out it's either 3 or 4. I just put multiple. I didn't actually put a number of the big iron coins.
I think, yeah.
He's gonna hold them out and just hand them out to Braz and be like, these what you were talking about? Like I said, the lady dropped them, killed her. That she was in my bubble.
Very nice. Do you know what these are?
No, I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't seen them before.
These, my dear boy, are called soul coins. They are the currency of the hells. They can also be used to fuel, I suppose, some very interesting vehicles.
Oh, the hell engines.
All right.
Sorry.
It's okay. I've never heard of those before. Thanks, Kior. Now I've got an idea of what he's talking about.
There are 4 different vehicles which are the infernal war machines in the Descent into Avernus module. The least of which is basically a motorbike called the Devil's Ride.
It's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie.
It is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Let's Google some images of this bad boy real quick.
You know, look.
They're really fucking cool.
Devil's Ride 5e. Google it. The others all require.
Oh, that actually does look cool. It's kind of got like war tusks on the front.
Mm-hmm.
They are really fucking cool.
The other vehicles all require multiple crew members. So.
Yes.
The 4 of you could probably man the scavenger. But anyway, sure. Anyway, if you happen to see any more of these coins, I would appreciate it if you dropped them off here.
Sure.
Now there is a way to use them yourself too.
How so? Curiosity does beg me to ask, curiously.
Yeah. So unfortunately, if you happen to be of a good-spirited person, shall we say, they can slow you down. They can affect you negatively.
Mm-hmm.
But if your heart's as black as coal already, you're fine. But you can use these coins to do a couple of different things, including drain some of the life energy contained inside them to buffer your own health. Or you can ask the soul within a question.
Huh.
Maybe it'll be helpful.
Maybe. The question sounds useful.
If you'd like, I can provide you with a bunch of empty soul coins and a modified blade that would siphon the souls of those you slay into the coins. And then you can do with the coins as you will, including spending them here, of course.
Works actually. That doesn't actually sound like too bad of an idea. We've been encountering shittier and shittier people, so this seems like a fair punishment.
Glad to have you aboard. Do you already have... You got a Vorpal sword?
Yeah, well, she's about to crack a joke with Braz in a minute about that one.
You want a different weapon, don't you? Anyway.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have to go for that, the staff we talked about. Yeah, because the sword's gonna kill him. I've got, like, 6 more levels before it starts killing me. As much as I would hate it, part of me would laugh, because if that's how Wilhelm died, it'd just be too funny. It'd be a weird sense of poetic justice, like, frontlining wizard, you killed yourself, congratulations.
What type of... You're a strength-based fighter, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
His dex is not that great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not, like, as good as his strength.
Would you like a greatsword?
For the soul cleaving weapon.
For the soul harvesting weapon, yeah.
Soul harvesting. Yeah.
Okay. So, it's going to be a greatsword. It's going to have a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Mm-hmm.
When you use it to reduce a creature to 0 hit points, the creature is slain and the soul is siphoned into the coin. And in addition, you gain temporary hit points equal to the slain creature's hit point maximum. They only last for 24 hours, though.
When creature is slain with blade, their soul is harvested into a coin.
Mm-hmm. As long as they're humanoid. If you hit something undead with the weapon, you instead take a d10 of necrotic damage. And the target regains 1d10 hit points. Basically, the siphoning works in reverse. The necrotic creatures are a life energy black hole, you know?
Yeah.
And if, for some reason, the necrotic damage from attacking undead would reduce you to 0, then your soul gets pulled into the sword, which is fun. While you're holding the weapon, you're aware of the presence of creatures, creatures within 60 feet that have a soul. You also can't be charmed or frightened whilst holding this blade. It's basically the Black Razor.
Okay. Creatures within 60 feet with soul?
Yeah. So it's the Black Razor is essentially the features I'm using on it.
Okay.
It's
like a
also
modified Black Razor?
It's a modified Black Razor, except instead of it being... its personality is basically Braziel's.
Okay.
Because it is, it's a shot of Braziel.
Immune to charm and frighten while holding. Okay,
Yep.
shard of Braziel's what I'm going to write next to this thing.
The Braziel blade.
Of Braziel. Okay. Yep, gotcha. It is only.
You can cast the haste spell once per day. And intelligence 17, wisdom 10, charisma 19. The weapon can actually speak, read, and understand common. And communicates with you telepathically.
What was the charisma on it?
19.
Oh, Jesus. And
We really need a
So-
Braziel.
Yeah!
to be fair, Wilhelm is using it for a good reason, aka killing fucked up people.
No, it's. I feel less bad having it in your hands than the last person who had a Braziel blade.
Yes. Zunazar. It's funny because the main reason why he was given one was to try and actually keep him on a tighter leash, by constantly watching what he was doing. But yeah, didn't. He was
Didn't work.
No, he was difficult to control. Anyway,
Because we're telepathically.
in the meantime, as Gwyn, Genrilla, and Kiori get back to the herbalism shop, you find that there is an entire squadron of knights in silver armor edged in gold. And they seem to have rounded up everybody currently living and working in the herbalism shop and have them lined up on their knees outside the shop. including
we
Death.
recognize? Do we recognize this armor?
You may, especially if you've ever been anywhere near the gate. They are the Knights of Havana.
Why?
Okay. So, I guess we're gonna approach and go. Excuse us, is there a problem here?
You are renowned. You do not belong in the city of Gate.
I don't think that's your choice to make.
Indeed, but we would very much like it if you would line up with the other petitioners. I have it on good authority that you will probably be allowed through.
Thanks, but we actually don't want to go through the gate. We're happy here.
How can you possibly be happy here? This city is miserable.
But it's our miserable city.
And we
make it better.
In Havana, you will know true bliss, a unity of mind and soul that only can come from Havana.
So you want us to go through Havana because we're wanting to try to make the place better?
You have earned it. You have caught the eye of Havana, and he wants you to join him. Be one with Havana. Know true love, true connectivity, true joy. If you wish, I can escort you through the gate right now.
Ew. Just ew. Just ew.
I do not understand. Everyone wants this. Everyone in the city is here for their chance to come through the gate and be one with Havana. Why would you reject this? Hello?
Yeah, I know. I'm here. I'm trying to think how she would answer this.
Rather than just fuck off, you fucking fuck.
Oh, I know. I'll go with this way. My duty to Paylord requires that I stay here to keep bringing the light to those less fortunate, and if I move to Havana, I will no longer have that purpose.
That is an honorable goal, to be sure, but you are no longer... It is no longer necessary. You have earned your reward. You have done the good deeds.
We're still not done though.
Let somebody else go through the trials.
Can I insight this guy to see if he's if I get the feeling he's hiding something, or there's more to?
What do you mean?
do I explain it? Like, why all of a sudden are the knights like over here demanding that we go to Havana?
Yeah, it's likely that Havana doesn't like the fact we're cleaning up his city. I think what General is trying to say is, it seems shady because Havana's never contacted us, and now we're cleaning up his city and making it better.
Yeah. Would you like to make an insight check to see if you come to that conclusion? Oh yeah.
How does a 22 sound?
Yeah. So reading between the lines of what the knight said, it's important that City of Gate be disgusting and torturous and difficult, because that's how Havana it's one of the methods by which Havana can identify those that are strong enough of spirit to overcome all of that shit. If you make life in City of Gate easier, then people won't need Havana as much.
He'll lose his godly state.
So, even though no one can see it, Janrilla will be smiling under her helmet. Look at the knights and go. Actually, thieves' cant can be in hand signals too, correct, Anthony?
I imagine that there would be some sort of code between, yeah. But even
cool,
yeah, go on.
Because all I basically want to relay without like having to say it out loud is I want to relay to Gwyn that the sense of it's working, we're making a difference.
Hold.
And then yeah, we really think not. We still have things to do here, and I'm not real happy with the fact that you kind of barged into somebody's shop and forced everybody out. I'm not sure if you did it at sword point, but it wouldn't surprise me. Because that could either be, because the way they're standing there, that could either be for some sort of benefit or execution.
I'm glad that you understood. So, you can come with us. Or, and he, as he's talking to you, one of the other knights draws their sword and holds it at Davin's neck. Your choice.
Okay. Checking things real quick. I don't think I have this thing.
Davin, of course, very bravely says, "Don't do it. Don't give in. Beat these silver-plated bastards to a pulp. I don't care if I die. Don't go with them."
How many knights are there, Anthony?
Sorry?
How many knights are there?
24.
24. That's a lot.
Is Gavin the only one that's being holed up at sword point?
I can't remember who else is currently living in the house at the moment. Most of the kids have gone through to the Feywild, right?
Yeah, I think it's just our shopkeeper and maybe the random crazy necromantic wizard.
Right. Yeah.
So
So he's there muttering under his breath, "Strike me down and I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine." Yeah.
Unlimited power.
So, I've got a plan, and you know this is going to wind up in a fight, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Should we just go ahead and roll initiative so we can see what order things happen in?
Sure.
That way we don't start getting confused.
But
5.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Who else is rolling?
It is. Okay.
Wilhelm?
The knights.
I would say, would Wilhelm at this point be almost
Wilhelm's
on
not
his way
back
back
yet,
to Brazos?
Wilhelm's not back.
That's what I'm asking.
Forgot about that.
Because I don't... How long would it have taken Wilhelm if he flew to Braziels, did all of that there, cracked shit about how he needs to be careful giving people the Vorpal Sword because it's going to cut off his head, and seeing if he could trade it in for the rod and then be back? Would he?
You still want to trade for the rod?
Yeah, I mean, it's safer for the rod overall because.
But now you got the Braziel blade.
That's true, but he doesn't want to claim everybody's soul. Or what if he's fighting an undead?
Fair.
He can't.
Okay, so you've got the so you've swapped your Vorpal blade for the Rod of Lordly Might.
Yeah.
You're. Do you want to use to get there a little bit faster? Do you want to? The sword, of course, will tell you that it can do this. Do you want to cast haste on yourself?
Yeah, I was actually... That's what I asked. So haste was the only spell it could cast once a day, right? I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's never been hasted. This sounds fun.
You sense a disturbance in the force and come running.
Come on, bud.
I doubt this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it any fucking way because.
Try what anyway?
Can I get?
Well, first time I need Wilhelm's initiative roll, but
Yeah, sorry. I was adding the... I had it typed up and everything. Did I fuck that up? I did. Mm-hmm. It worked that time. A 4.
Right. Okay. So all together, I was really hoping to have them all together.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Is it great sort of? Is it a D12 for damage type, or is that the one that's a D10?
It's 2d6.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah.
So it's a little more reliable than a great axe because you're more likely to get a 7. But anyway, so it is Genrilla on 30 going first, followed by the Knights on 17, I believe. Yep. And then Gwyn on 13, Curie on 5, and Wilhelm on 4. Okay, so Genrilla, you want to do a whole person, yes?
Oh, yeah. Can I get 3 of them? Unless they're not actually people. Especially the one holding the blade at our guy's throat to make me wisdom saves, please.
Yes, and they are humanoid.
Cool.
20, 20, and 11.
The 20s pass. The 11 does not.
Okay. Since you're probably focusing on the guy who's threatening you, and the guy, yeah. Yeah, I imagine that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it would just be one of the random nights that fails. Sadly. You doing anything else generally?
I'm gonna draw my. I'm gonna draw my stun blade and activate it. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm
Just wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Am I
able
able
to do a
spell
spell
as a
as a legendary action?
Yes. What would you do?
I
I might feeble mind
the guy
holding the thing.
The guy holding the sword to Davin's throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs to do an intelligence.
Yeah.
All right. Could you do me a favor, since Toby is demanding my attention at the moment?
Yeah.
And pull up the Feeble Mind spell. Yeah. So he takes 4d6 psychic damage anyway. And roll a straight d20 for his intelligence save, please. 17. Does that pass or fail?
That passes.
Okay, but he still takes 4d6.
Yeah. My
DC is 17.
Meets it, beats it. Okay. Does anybody else want to use a legendary at the end of Generalla's turn?
Yeah, guess I'll do it. You said my sword can allows me to Misty Step.
Yes. So you can move 30 feet. You can teleport 30 feet once per rest, basically.
I'll do that and basically be like basically like right near the guy, or like in between the guy who has like Gavin at sword point and Gavin.
Okay, so you're gonna. Okay.
If I can like get between them, then basically be right beside the guy with the sword.
Right. So you're right in his face.
Yeah, and I was going to ask. I wasn't able to, I guess, write down everything you kind of said. Did you top it out?
So it's a finesse weapon. It's got +3, and let's see. It would crit on a 19 or a 20. What else would affect this combat? I think those are the main. So it would be a d20 plus 12. No, it would be a d20 plus 15 to hit.
And it
also had spell storing.
Yes, it does. So, but if she wants to attack with it, then she'd be doing that instead. Hi, Toby.
Okay, so it'd be 1d6 plus 8 damage.
Yeah, did you roll to hit first, though?
Oh, I thought the me teleporting is an action.
That's a bonus action.
Oh.
So, the Misty Step doesn't do any damage. But the sword, if you chose to swing your sword once you're within melee range, would be a d20 plus 15 to hit. Yeah, that hits. And what kind of... can you...
Can I?
Exclamation item Moonblade to see what type, because I can't remember what type of sword it is off the top of my head. Or if it... No, crap. It has to be my account.
It's, Oh, it's to be a D8 since it's a longsword.
Okay, cool. It's a longsword. That's what I was trying to remember. Yeah. So it would be a D8 plus 8. Because of your... Look at this cute puppy.
D8 plus 8. And then I'll add sneak attack, since I imagine me teleporting behind him would be very sneaky.
Yes.
And I think you'd get sneak attack there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you hit. She's got sneak attack bonus because she's within 5 feet of Davin. Yeah. So yeah, 41 points of damage to him. Very nice. You got anything? Don't you have an effect that does half of the? Half of the sneak attack damage to a second.
Oh yeah, whenever wheeling Wheels from the Grave, so I guess use my Wheels of the Grave ability to then do half of my sneak attack damage and hit a I guess the person
one of the
who was
one of the
mouthing
knights
us
nearby.
off.
Yeah. 4d6. $16. Very nice.
And it could just be after combat, but I guess it's okay for you to type out everything, so it'd be a little bit more easier for me to write it down. If that's okay, we could wait after combat.
Type. Okay. Yeah, that's why I asked if you had a pen and paper so you could write it down as I was telling you about it, and that's why I repeated it as well, so to make sure you had it all. But yeah, if you didn't write it down, then I will do it later.
Yeah, I have everything the important stuff at the moment. So yeah, okay. And my turn.
Okie dokie. Generilla, want to make a legendary? Wait a minute. I think I skipped the knights. I skipped the knights. I'm very silly. Okay.
You're fine to skip the knights.
They would do their attacky attacks.
Joey
to roll for you.
Yeah. Let's see. There's 24 of them. And there's 4 of you. So that would be 6 each, wouldn't it? So, first of all, let's do 6 iterations of D20 plus 5. Well, actually, 12 iterations because they get 2 attacks each of D20 plus 5 against Gwyn, since she has moved into melee.
D20 plus
5. Okay. And Gwyn, your AC is 19, yes?
Yes.
So, one...
Why am I rolling good when I'm rolling for you?
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, no, it's more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them hit. And 3 of them are critical. So that would be 18d6 plus 18. Yeah, 18d6 plus 18. 91 points of damage to Gwyn from silvered blades.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask it, but yeah, that hurts.
They're silvered. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those rolls again against 6 knights would also move into melee with Generilla.
12 D20 plus
5. And Genrilla's AC is 21, so only one of those gets through. So that would only be 2d6 plus 3. with a silver greatsword. So Generilla only takes 9 points of damage. And
It's like
the opposite ends of the spectrum. 91, 9.
yes, Curie.
Yes.
12 iterations of D20 plus 5 against you. And 1, 2, 3 of them hit. So that's 6d6 plus 9. To the 8. And finally,
Minus.
Shouldn't a couple of them have been hurting themselves or their partners with their nat ones?
yes, I'll get to that. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I'm collecting all the nat ones and we'll roll them all together. So far we've got 2. There are 6 of them are going to fire heavy crossbows at disadvantage toward the approaching flying figure of Wilhelm, because Wilhelm is flying, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So 6 iterations of D20 plus 2 space DIS, please.
20 plus 2?
Yeah, D20 plus 2. Yeah, and none of those hit him, which makes perfect sense. Ooh. And we got another nat 1. So, so 2 of the knights each take 2d6 plus 3. One of them takes a d10.
So 2d6 plus 10?
2 of them each take 2d6 plus 3.
2d6 plus 3.
Excellent. And one of them took a d10 of damage.
D10?
10?
Yeah. 10.
10.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, that's the knight's done. Now we would be Curie's turn, unless Janrilla wants to make a legendary.
I think I would like to make a legendary action to attack one of the people, the one that hit me. We're gonna strike the one that hit me.
Cool.
20 plus. Crap. 16. Okay.
Excuse me.
Hey, Toby. Why are you being so cute, huh? You trying to be a star?
22 does hit, correct?
22 definitely hits, yes. They're wearing plate armor. 16
Take
points
16.
Damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not going all out yet.
Excuse me.
Okay. Great. Kiori, what would you do on your turn?
Let's see.
Can
I use my glaive?
Of course.
It was a plus.
We made
the glaive magical now, didn't we? +1?
What was it?
Well, I believe so. Yeah. Was it +1 or +2? Do you guys remember?
I don't remember. I just remember it being magical. I honestly don't remember the enchantment string.
I think it's already been accounted for because normally... Yeah, normally it would be only... Yeah, it's a +3. That's why it says +14 on your character sheet. So
on the character sheet I've got it's +11. So
yeah, on mine it says +14. So see.
Okay.
So it's a magical +3 glaive.
Magic.
I thought we made it +3 because
But it
Yuri
doesn't.
likes it.
But it doesn't matter whether they're magic or not for fighting these guys.
What we really need is
Oh. You did you?
Can
I take the damage myself?
Yeah. Rather than having the glaive break.
Well, I'm
I'm 171 hit points.
Did you rage?
No.
Okay. Let's say you raged as a bonus action. And you can take 2d10 plus 7 divided by 2.
2d.
2d10 plus 7 is the damage your glaive does. And you can divide that by 2 because you're raging. There you go, you only take 9. And... Wilhelm.
End
Go on.
of her turn, am I within 90 feet?
Not quite yet. You were slightly over 100 feet away when they shot at you, which is why they were shooting at disadvantage. But,
Okay.
but if you fly another 30 feet, then you could probably get within 90.
I was just going to say, end of her turn then, Wilhelm would use his legendary action to dash a little bit closer.
Okay.
And then
on your turn.
Yes, on my turn, since I'm within 90 feet. Is there a whole bunch of them grouped up in a way that I could angle a cube that it wouldn't hit my allies?
Yeah, there's a line of them that all have heavy crossbows aimed at you. They're currently reloading.
How many is in that line?
6 of them.
Okay, we're going to save myself some time.
So it's like a 30-foot line, because, 6 of them, they each take up a 5-foot square, 30-foot line.
20 foot. Okay, is there a way I can get that kind of angled to where I could get some of them and some of the ones attacking my friends?
What are you trying to do?
Edward's black tentacles. Because a creature that starts its turn in there is already restrained. So I was like, that'd be easy. I think that's what it means, eh?
Squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground you can see within range. For the duration of these... Yep, okay. A creature enters the effect is that on their first turn on a turn. Or starts its turn there. The creature must succeed on a dex save, take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, and be restrained until the spell ends.
I mean,
a creature that starts its turn in the area and is already restrained by the tentacles takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage. A creature restrained by the tentacles can use its action to make a strength or dex save against your spell save DC. Yes. I actually put a sound on the soundboard to represent the sound of the tentacles in the darkness.
That's disgusting. I love it. I love it.
Anyway, but yeah, you could probably, if you place the square carefully, yes, you can. Yeah, so it turns the area into difficult terrain. Yeah.
The reason we didn't just drop a giant fireball on the group,
so that would get 4 of the knights
I
that
could
were in
have
our line, and perhaps 2 that are engaged with another ally. So you could get 6.
Yeah, he'll angle it like that. It doesn't seem like too bad of an idea. And then on their turn, they're gonna make that deck save. But once again, Fireball Boo Boo. Also, do not want to damage Kiori's shop if at all possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lightning bolt then? Down a line of people?
I was thinking
I
about
don't
going above them, so I wouldn't be able to angle it in any way because it originates from you.
Fair.
So it'd be a very crappy angle. I'd
Yeah.
get like 2.
You have to fly around to the side of the people who are deliberately aiming at you, which would be difficult because they're aiming at you. They're likely to turn to face you no matter what. You know?
Yeah. And then hasted, you get an action too, right? How does this work? I've never hasted. This is interesting.
Spell. Haste. So, haste gives you a +2 bonus to your AC, advantage on deck saves, and gives you an additional action on each of your turns. You can use that additional action to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. And your speed is doubled.
Oh crap! I cannot. Never mind. I cannot Everett's Black Tentacle. I will not do that. It is concentration as well, and haste is as well.
The sword is concentrating on haste for you.
Do you mind if I
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. He's then yep. With the tentacles up, he's going to fly on down. These guys have already shot at him, so he's just assuming they're already enemies, and he's going to cut.
Yeah, and you'd see the others, you know, the other 18 knights are actively attacking your friends, and the the shop employees are knelt and restrained on the ground, their knees in the filth of the streets. So you know,
Yeah,
it doesn't look good.
He's
So even though
All
these
right.
guys are literally knights in shining armor, they're coming off more like stormtroopers. Anyway.
major dicks. All right.
Major dicks.
20 to hit.
A 20 does indeed hit, yes. Hello again,
Okay. And that heals are. Okay, let me see something here because I have to double check the damage on this book. Okay. It's plus. Okay. Okay, so it's 7. What's the extra for? 7 plus the. Okay. So it's. Okay, plus. Okay, it's 2d6 plus 10. Okay, 6 plus. It is 16 points of damage.
To who in particular? To just one of the knights?
Yeah, just one of the archers that were shooting at him.
Okay.
And does he have any movement left?
Well, yeah, because you already moved within 90 feet, so you could actually go 60 if... Yeah, you can go 60 feet this turn if you want to and end up within 30 feet of any of the knights.
Oh, he was still... Oh, wait, never mind then. If he was still 30 feet away, he couldn't have sorted him. You would have had to use the crossbow.
No, oh, okay. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. You were 90 feet away.
Mm-hmm. I dashed, or I did the movement at the end of...
Yeah, which brought you within 90 feet. And then
then
on your turn, you can move 60 feet and dash if you wanted to, as well as make an attack, because you hasted.
Wouldn't casting Everett's have taken that, though?
Oh, yeah, that would have been your first action. You are correct.
Then he actually would have just kept the 90 feet away. Let me see this real quick. Does this work like this? To attack, one weapon attack. Okay, so it says one weapon attack. Could I use that to cast a cantrip?
No.
Or would I have to crossbow that? Okay, let me reroll that for the crossbow then.
Well, we'll just... You got a 10 on the D20 roll. So your crossbow is a plus
22 to hit.
Yeah, which would have hit. And you'd have done a D8 plus 5 instead of 2D6 plus 10.
Plus 12.
Okay. Cool. Turn passes back to Generilla.
Okay. Let's see if we can play Smackety Smack the bad guys.
Smackety smack, don't look back. What the hell?
I don't know.
That wasn't an error on you. That was Avra fucking up, I think. There we go. All three of those hit. Do you crit on 19s or not?
No. That would be nice if I had that. If I had, that would be the one nice thing from the Moonblade that I wish I had. But that's okay. So that's 3d8 plus 33 plus. Hold on. Yeah. 15d8 plus another d8 for blade flourish. So yeah, we're gonna see how well they like this number.
Oof. Yeah, you killed that guy. You cleaved him in two. He's he very dead. He is bifurcated. Okay. So 23 knights remaining.
And my AC is currently 27.
Holy shit. Okay. So those knights haven't got a hope in hell of hurting you. Let's test this theory. They're at D20 plus 5. Actually, no, there isn't a way because they've only got a plus 5.
They'd have to crit.
They'd have to crit, yeah. One of them critted.
Wow.
4d6 plus 3. No. Yeah, 3. 10 points of slashing damage. That sucked. 1, 1, 3, and 2. Holy shit. Okay. 12 against Gwyn. Chop, 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 chop. Gwyn's AC is 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No crits. 10 d6.
I don't need to crit on Gwen. Like
47 points of damage on Gwyn.
uncanny dodge, Gwen.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, also, Anthony started their turn. I need dex saves from the 6 that I caught.
Yeah, I will be. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. So those 6. D20 plus nothing.
They all fail.
They all fail. Okay. So
3d6. And they're all restrained. It's
yes.
10 damage.
Okay. Each of them take 10?
Yep. Unless you want me to... Well, it doesn't say, actually. Hold on. It might be different for each creature. But we can just stick with 10 so it's easier.
Yeah. They all take 3d6 damage. Okay.
Yep. Was that a bad spell?
That's a great spell. Okay. So...
Also, I don't think that area is covered in darkness, so everybody just sees tentacles coming out of the ground grabbing stuff.
Yeah, it's not covered. I was confusing it with a different spell when I talked about in the darkness. But yeah, it's the tentacles themselves are black, not Where was I? Oh, that's.
I think you were thinking of Hunger of Hadar.
I was, yes. But Curie. So, out of the 6 that are attacking you,
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are restrained. So, that's only going to be these D20 plus 5 DIS. Oh, that was. Oh, I only put 1 out of there. And the others. 8 D20 plus 5. Okay. And since your AC is 18.
Yeah, with Major Armor's 18, and then is that at me?
No, I'm still.
Okay.
There's a Curie. I'll do the rolls against you in a minute. You're still flying, aren't you? But
Yep.
yeah, we'll cover that in a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're raging, so. Curie only takes 17 points of damage, and
Is that
halved already?
that's half already, yeah. So,
It could be so much worse.
indeed. And the ones shooting at Wilhelm. 2 of them. D20 plus 2. And then the other 4. D20 plus 2 DIS.
I think the 21 hits, because I think right now his AC is 16, then plus haste it's 18, so the 21 hits.
Your base AC is not 15?
I have Mage Armor still, unless it's been 8 hours, because
Okay.
I cast it before I went into Palor's Temple.
Fair. Okay. So 18 is the number to beat. Yeah, so only the 21 hits.
And then is it silvered, I assume? It is.
It is. Yeah, silvered. 5 points of damage. Piercing. Okay. So, turn passes then to Gwen.
Okay. Seeing that I'm hurting quite a bit, I'll just cast Fairy Fire. Okay. And try and get as many as I can.
Okay, so you 20 for cube. Yeah. You yourself would be caught in this. Spell save DC is 17, so only 1 passes. 5 of them are glowing.
Make it purple, neon, and let me do my own save.
Violet died. Oh yeah, you pass, no problem.
Yeah, and then after doing that, I go into my ghost walk and just go straight to the ground and get back to everyone else but behind them.
Okay. So you're not attacking them. You can you can ghost walk into the shop and get a healing potion.
Good point. I will do that.
It's because I'm assuming you used your legendary to do Fairy Fire, yeah?
Sure.
So that means you have an action left, which means you can take a healing potion.
I will take a healing potion. I will grab a. What's the biggest healing potion you got? Kiri?
Sorry?
I'm gonna steal one of your largest ones.
Well, you're gonna steal a good healing potion. Okay. So.
Okay.
Probably
got like a
Raider or
Grand or something.
Well, the 4 types are healing, greater healing, superior, and supreme.
Superior.
Superior. Okay. 8d4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8.
30 points of healing. Nice. So.
And I end my turn inside the shop.
Sounds good. Curry.
Yes.
Do you want to take a legendary before your turn begins?
Yes.
An attack.
So you're just going to give yourself an extra attack, basically.
Fuck yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Actually,
Uh-huh.
let me bring this spell up. Let me see.
You can't get spells while you're raging, just to let you know.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Nah, just attack them.
Attack them.
So, 2 iterations of d20 plus 14. With advantage if you want to do reckless.
Yeah.
Oh. Those are good rolls. They definitely hit. So, that would be 4d10 plus 14.
Plus
Rage bonus?
Oh yeah. What is your rage bonus at the moment? Oh, it's still only a plus 2. So yeah, it would be plus 18. 4d10 plus 18. 49 points of damage. Given that you've already been hurting these chaps. That is an unconscious boy. Okay. And Wilhelm.
End of Kiori's turn. I would need a wisdom save from one of the ones he weakened up.
You doing Toll the Dead?
Toll the Dead.
For whom the bell tolls. That is indeed a fail.
So that's 4d12. 32. Then on his actual turn, how weak is that guy looking like? The one he just hit? Because it was one he had in his tentacles.
You did
Is he looking?
32 points of damage to one that already had...
I think 10 because he was in his tentacles.
Well, one of them had been taking a lot more than that. So actually, we'll do that one. And he down.
Oh, dang, I wanted him to be alive, but like super weak.
Okay. Then...
I mean, if he's down, he's down.
Well, he's unconscious, technically. But...
Does the sword specify for unconscious?
No, the way I interpret it, if they're unconscious and still alive, you can still finish them off with that kind of sword.
And it still take effect?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he's then on his turn he will dash his 60 feet. Or use his hasted 60 feet to get closer. He's still 30 feet away, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bonus action, Misty Step.
So now you're right in his face.
Now I'm in melee. wave at his companion standing right there, and then right to the guy on the ground.
So you just poke your sword into him with like the soul. Yep.
20. 10. And advantage. 7, yeah. God, the 20. So hard for 27.
So you can now take the full coin out from the slot in the hilt and put an empty one in.
Yep, and he will just do that. Swap coins real quick. And how many extra HP did he just gain from boing boing this guy? I don't know their max.
It's max hit point. So you've gained 52 temporary hit points.
Holy shit!
But they don't stack, so that's gonna last you. You know.
That's true. But like once that's down, he can just take the next guy.
Have you lost any hit points yet?
Yeah, 5.
Okay. So that leaves you with 47 temporary, and you're at max.
Oh, would it heal him first and then go to his temp, or would it just go? I just put it straight to his temp. Oh wow, cool.
Well, any damage that you take comes off your temporary hit points first. So, so yeah, effectively you're back up to full with 47 left.
Just throwing this out the way. With that, Wilhelm has 268 hit points.
Oh, wow.
This is one chunky wizard.
Indeed. Is that everything you can do?
Yeah, it's full turn.
Round 3, Generilla.
Okay, we're going to attack. Another one.
Another one by the
Oh, we're gonna bonus action cast at 5th level one of our smites. I think we're gonna go with branding smite for the additional 5d6. Okay.
All hit.
2 of them. Okay. D8 plus 33 plus 4d6. I keep forgetting my sneak attack. Wait, no. Because I'm not close to anybody. And they have a bunch of people around. Yeah, okay, so that's why. Okay, but it's still... What is that? 12 d8 for that. Plus 5 d6 for that. Plus a d8 for Blade Flourish. That is still a hefty chunk of get out of my face. That is a hefty chunk of get the hell out of my face.
Oh yeah, that's another dead. That's another one dead. Yeah. Yes. Did you slice upward with this one?
Sure.
So they're at 20.
And once again,
go on.
Once again they're going to need to roll a crit to hit because my AC is 25.
Mm-hmm. Okay. One of the knights that you that was in melee with you, Generilla, their face seems to alter. Like, it's not just their expression changes; the actual structure of their face seems to alter. It seems to change. And with a slightly different voice than he spoke to you with before, he says, you know, this violence isn't really necessary. I'm sure that we can come to an arrangement without having you to kill all my people.
You shouldn't threaten to
Kill our people then.
Normally that sort of leverage works. Just, why don't you come join me? We'll have a discussion face to face at my palace. You won't even have to wear the amulets.
That sounds like a trap.
I know it would be difficult to trust me. That's why I want to talk to you as equals. I think it would be necessary to give you that courtesy. There are few, besides my sister and my best friend, that have ever been shown that courtesy.
What do you think, guys?
Who is this? What's going on? Why was I shot at?
Currently, Havana is talking to us personally.
Oh! I mean,
and has
invited us to meet him face to face in his palace.
But without having to wear his amulets.
that seems okay. I'm okay with it. That's your guys. I'm following everybody else on this one. I showed up, they attacked me.
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
How about we can meet your guards at the gates, but first we want to ensure our people are safe here for the time.
You can confirm that your people are safe here right now. And once you are satisfied, my remaining knights will happily escort you to the gates. They will, of course, be also carrying the dead with them. We would have to...
Have no use.
I like to give them a proper burial.
Are we off combat, Anthony? Asking out of character.
If you guys stand down, then yes. Gwyn, what do you think? It's your turn next. Are you going to accept this white flag, or are you going to keep fighting them?
Gwyn is taking some more health potions.
Gwyn, you're just taking more health potions. You're standing in the herbalism shop, just chug. Alright, Curie.
Mm-hmm.
Would you accept the white flag? Or are you going to keep kicking their asses?
I don't trust this as far as I can throw it.
Thank God me and Generilla didn't say that, because we can throw pretty far.
So can she. She's got a strength of like 19 or 20.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, she's throwing pretty far too.
She could eat a knight like his Akaba.
I mean, you have high-level fire spells or whatever. If you want to just like firestorm the whole freaking thing.
It is
very tempting.
You can.
You want to walk into Havana and firestorm Havana?
Fuck it.
No,
Fuck it.
I'm under firestorm here because she can arrange the blocks how she wants.
I was going to say, if we can do this, guys, but what if we make the requirement that we get a long rest first, since, we dealt damage, they dealt damage. This way we have time to heal, so we're a little bit more secure about our forward position.
That's probably
a good idea.
How does that sound to you?
And we can
heal
up
the ones
that are unconscious.
Well,
Oh, this guy's dead.
yeah.
Look at the guy beneath him.
Pretty sure, yeah, every knight that was taken out of the fight was killed.
Oh.
Either by... either with Genrilla's major overkill, or Wilhelm's using his braziel blade to finish off the unconscious one. So yeah, they're either alive and conscious or dead.
Okay.
Okay.
But how does that sound to you, Havana? Can you accept that?
I mean, to be fair, if I had the option, I would have rather have knocked a bunch of them out.
May I leave a small contingent of knights to escort you to my home and to watch over you while you sleep?
Not watch over us, because we will be on a different plane where I know we will be safe. But you can have them stand outside. We won't be anywhere.
Very well.
I would rather they didn't stand there.
Because that seems like he doesn't trust us to go.
It is... I'm sorry if that's the interpretation you get. It's more the fact that I want to make sure that you actually reach my palace.
Yeah, I don't know the way to his palace, so some guys wouldn't be too bad. I'd rather not go wandering around his country.
Okay. If you
guys think this is a good idea, I'll go along, but I don't like this.
I might want to rest first, so we can prep for it.
Mal?
Alright. Alright.
You agree
with me?
No.
No.
The cat agrees
that it's a bad idea.
I think we all agree, it's just... we're struggling with these... people, knights here. What if he sends more? I mean, I don't doubt our skills, but we can only fight for so long if he just keeps sending waves after us. Let's implore other options first. It's safer that way.
Havana smiles.
I don't like this.
I don't either, but with some of our ridiculous perceptions, are these people wearing Havana necklaces?
Yeah. I mean, you can't see much of it because they're of course wearing their full plate armor over the chains, but not only a few of them you can see a chain poking out of the armor at their neck that would imply that they're wearing some kind of necklace. And some of them even have a spare one or two hanging from their belts.
You do realize that we are really just beating up poor people who have no idea what they're doing because of... Yeah.
That's fine. The issue is they still made the choice to walk forward. They made the initial decision.
No. Wilhelm, I'll explain. We'll go back over this once we're there, but I think stopping the fighting for now is probably best. Or you can...
Wilhelm will drop the black tentacles and probably drop haste too and just stand there for a moment, just a little daisy.
The knights sheathe their swords in unison. A group of them pick up the remains of the 3 dead knights and begin carrying them back through the narrow streets of the city of Gate towards the gate itself. About 12 of them remain.
As agreed upon, we will be in the shop. Don't bugger us. We'll be out in like 8 hours, 9 hours. We need to sleep.
Did you say don't bugger us?
Yes. Don't bother us was the first word was what I meant to say, but I just said bugger us first. Because I was writing down notes and I was writing beef or something. And I was like, oh, bugger.
Do you know?
Wasn't I writing? Shit, I forgot. I lost my train of thought.
Just to let you know, the phrase to bugger someone in
it's
the
to like
UK,
bother them, right?
No, it means to ass fuck them. But
oh god, yeah. I mean, you know what? They may try while we're asleep. That's why we're going to the mansion.
Why is that a flying word?
Why is that what?
Never mind, I'm not gonna question slang.
Don't question the Brits. But anyway.
Once we're inside, Wilhelm is going
Are you
to make
encouraging
sure everybody's...
encouraging everyone to go to your magnificent mansion, or
Yep, and I'll set it up in Kiori's place.
including Davin and the old necromancer?
Davin, Old Necromancer, and the Dragon. He's giving all three of them permission to enter.
Cool.
And, crap, I don't have anything I can actually set there. Nice, okay, yeah, let's go. Also, Anthony, how much, those soul coins, how much of my debt did they pay off to Brass?
Each of them, and this is... Each soul is worth 10 gold pieces off of your debt.
Okay, so that's only 9,997.
And that's only if you actually... That's only if you actually give him those coins.
I gave him the 3 I had, and then
Yeah.
the one I just got, I'll give to him as well. Then
Yeah. But part of the reason why he was mentioning what else they can do is to encourage you to use them yourself and stay in debt.
Nope, that's not his goal. Yep. Once they're inside, he is going to throw. He's opening the mansion. He's just standing there, keeping his eyes on the door, and it's just like everybody inside.
Everybody going in?
Yep.
Yep.
Gonna catch that long rest.
And Draconic to the cat. You can come in too. Come on.
How big is the entrance hall of your magnificent mansion?
The entrance hall? Oh, I mean, it's... Wilhelm's a little eccentric. So it's probably big enough to fit a full-size dragon. It's just he's going to have to watch out because there's translucent bookshelves on each side.
Okay. Then as soon as he's within the area, he stretches and returns to his gargantuan silver dragon form. Oh, feels so good to stretch. Still a little cramped in here, but at least I'm dragon again.
Well, I have another room, which you'd have to shrink down momentarily. It's bigger with a little bit less on the sides.
Ah, yes.
You will guide everybody, open the doors. It's to the, research area / training pit. So he's, dragging his research station off to the side. Like, come on. And then, yep, there's more than enough room in here. This is where Jinrilla and Gwen were training that one day.
Ah, marvelous. I can stretch my wings in here. Excellent. I noticed that the group of you have collected some rather fabulous magic items and other artifacts. Could I take a look at them while you're all resting?
As long as you give them back.
Of course, though I am a collector of antiquities, I wouldn't dream of taking them from you without having earned it.
Okay.
Insight check. I'm kidding. Wilhelm trusts the dragon.
What's your passive insight, Wilhelm?
Oh god, not that high. I mean, it's 17.
Okay.
Something like that.
Then, the stories of dragons are old, but you do vaguely recall them.
Actually, the last dragon, yeah, he will actually roll for that because the last dragon they met was actually chronically insane. D20 plus 8. He'll port that to make that a 15, so that's a 23, and then just to be safe, he'll flash of genius to make it a 28.
Fucking hell. Okay. So, from what you've read of dragons, the ancient dragons would compete with each other for dominance. So whenever two dragons met one another, they would challenge to each other to a duel, and whichever one of them won would be the dominant dragon, and the other would be subservient. And the subservient dragons and anybody else under the dragon's protection would have to pay tribute to the dominant dragon. And that's how they amass a lot of their hoard.
And is he getting the feeling that this is what this dragon's trying to do?
When he said, I wouldn't just take it without earning it, he means that if he desired these items for his hoard, he would have to challenge the possessor of those items to a one-on-one duel. He would have to defeat you in hand-to-hand combat, basically. Or, hand-to-flame combat.
Well, hand to cool, but yeah.
Hand-to-claw combat, yes.
Yeah, we're good. Let him look at things about it.
He's a silver dragon. Silver dragons are the most friendly to the.
Yeah, they like to study. They like to study humanity, particularly their art and culture.
So that's probably what I want to do with these artifacts.
Yeah.
Study them.
He will, what do I have that I can just let him look at? Not the Whirlpool anymore.
Yeah, you gave that up.
Yep.
Can you imagine which one he'd be most interested in?
He will let him look at the Rod of Lordly Might and just say, give me that back when you're done. I need to study it to attune to it, so.
Ah, the Rod of Lordly Might, yes. I've seen these before. You had something else there that looks a little considerably more unique.
I assume you're referring to the sword I acquired?
Yes, indeed.
It is unique, yes, but it is different, so to speak. He will let the dragon see that, I guess.
Oh, yes, the craftsmanship is quite interesting. Gwen, there may be a weapon of yours that he would like to study also.
Oh, Wilhelm is also going to look at
Gwendolyn.
Kiori.
Kiori?
Yeah, I'll wait for you to talk with Gwen.
Well, okay. So, yeah, the dragon would probably be interested in your Moonblade if you would be willing to let him study it.
I just acquired this, and you may study it, but I would like to practice with it after you're done.
Of course. I just like to look at these things and study them.
Are you able to read the runes?
Of course I can.
And decipher what family it might have came from?
You would be interested in learning that?
Oh, I could have done that for you too.
That is true for both of y'all.
As a matter of fact, I do have a... Are you aware of a spell known as Legend Lore?
To that, Wilhelm is turning around and slowly looking up at the dragon. Do tell.
It is a spell I have in my repertoire that allows me to glean certain... learn of certain items' legendary significance, shall we say.
I would be quite interested in that.
If it has been in any great battles or has any destiny tied to it, I will be able to glean it by casting the spell.
Yes, I would be quite interested in... It's been around for a long time, and hopefully there's nothing, bad attached to it.
Excellent. Leave it with me, and I will tell you each of your weapons' legend lore when you awake.
I don't need it for the sword. I think that was just one he had on hand. I'll plan on putting that back away if you don't mind.
You
Okay,
don't wish to.
that's my
You don't wish to know more about your weapon?
Not the sword. I use it, but I don't plan on using it in all the time. I like to change things up.
You don't want to get too attached. I understand. Or is it that you are unwilling to part with it? Already?
I'm unwilling to part with many things, just because I'm a researcher and many things intrigue me. That sword specifically, I have certain things in mind for it and don't really care much outside of those.
Very well.
The rod, though, I am interested in.
Ah, that's just a rod. But I will cast the spell on it anyway to see if there's any significance to this standard magic item.
Thank you. If it would be possible at one point, I would love if you'd be able to teach me that spell somehow. I would. Right, I don't have an insane amount of money currently, but I'd even be willing to pay what I have. I don't call myself a wizard, but yes, I am. I more say I'm a researcher.
I see. Well, perhaps at some point we can discuss Arcana and see what it is I can teach you.
Sounds amazing. I have studied years wanting to learn under a dragon. There aren't very many of you left.
If you wish. Anyway, what did you want to say to Kiori?
To Kiori, he's going to turn and snap into existence his chest. Kiori, I have a gift for you. Our dear friend.
My chest.
Yes. See my yes. I have a gift for you. Our friends who unfortunately left us from the shop next door had this. I read it. Was hoping I'd be able to do more with it, but these objects are beyond any hope of recreation. And he's going to pull out the book, and he's going to hold it out to Kiori. Don't let this go. There's only one I'm aware of in existence, and it is this. Artifacts are not small things.
You're going to hand her the Book of Exalted Deeds?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I can send her the stuff for that. I have it all like written down in here.
The Book of Exalted... Okay, because we already rolled this random properties, didn't we?
Yep. If you want to keep those with her, if not, you can have reroll. I was just going to send her this so she knew what it did.
Cool.
Let me see.
The definitive treatise on all that is good in the multiverse. The fabled Book of Exalted Deeds figures prominently in many religions. Rather than being a scripture devoted to a particular faith, the book's various authors filled the pages with their own vision of true virtue, providing guidance for defeating evil. Yeah. Basically, you can read it and attune to it, but if it you have to keep doing good deeds. Otherwise,
every 10 days.
Otherwise, it will reject you.
Kiori, I copy and pasted what me and Anthony did for it. He may want you to reroll, but if not, then that's what it does currently.
Where did you paste it?
To the
D&D
D&D campaign.
So wisdom increases by 2.
Oh,
sorry.
Nope, you're good.
You got a plus.
I
1
changed with
AC.
the ability score increased because that was one we just decided for Wilhelm, but...
Well, it's because the book already gives you an increased wisdom by 2. And it specifically says you can't gain this benefit from the book more than once. So if you randomly roll it, you have to re-roll it, basically.
That sounds good.
And I will remove that from mine now. You have it. It is all yours.
We can see specifically how what. Okay, so It has certain random properties which we can roll for again. You get increased wisdom, increases your wisdom score by 2 to a maximum of 24. Once you've read and studied the book, any spell slot you expend to cast a cleric or paladin spell counts as 1 spell slot higher. So, for example, if you were to cast... So I believe Firestorm can be upcast, can't it?
I think so. 7 level it is.
It's a 7th level spell, but does it have an upcast option? Oh, you didn't bring it up. Okay. Never mind. But yeah, any spell that can be upcast. Heal actually is a good example. So a heal, when you cast it at the 6th level, heals 70 points. But once after you're attuned to the Book of Exalted Deeds, it would do 80 as if you were casting it at 7th level.
That's cool.
And if you did cast it at 7th level, it would do 90 as if you cast it at 8th. You've also got if once you've read and studied the book, you gain a protective halo that sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius, dim light for 10 foot more. You can dismiss or manifest this halo as a bonus action. While the halo is present, you gain advantage on persuasion checks to interact with good creatures and intimidation checks to interact with evil ones. In addition, fiends and undead within the halo's bright light make attack rolls with disadvantage. But yeah, the downside is that you have to spend 80 hours reading and studying the book to digest its contents and gain its benefits. After you've attuned to it. Are you going to spend at least a couple of hours reading it?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Then don't wander far. I have more gifts. I'm Santa Claus today. Out of the same chest, Wilhelm is pulling the book that increases con, the book that increases charisma. Well, I don't know. If no one wants charisma one, he'll take it. But the one for con, the one for charisma, the one for dex, and the one for strength. We also he's going to explain what they are. And we also have these for if you guys want one or the other.
So, you said charisma?
Yeah, he's pulling out the... He got all 5 of them, so he's pulling out the charisma, all of them.
Tome of Leadership and Influence is the one that increases your charisma. Tome of Understanding increases your wisdom.
If possible, could I maybe have the charisma one?
Do you also want the Tome of? You also want to read the book of the Tome of Understanding?
If that's okay.
Yeah, you won't be able to read it whilst you're reading the other book, but yeah. After.
Because my charisma is like...
Oh, your charisma.
Shit.
The Leadership and Influence one. Okay. Well,
yeah. My worst stat, isn't it?
Dexterity is your worst stat at the moment, but yeah, charisma is your worst
one. I'll take the wisdom one because my wisdom is not that high either.
Okay, and there's also... Go on.
Theoretically, the best one to read the charisma book would be the Paladin.
To make your charisma even higher.
Yeah, because then the bonuses we all get to our saves would go up.
Okay.
That's fine. That's why he pulled them all out.
Okay, so Kiori can't read it at the moment anyway because she's reading the Book of Goodness, but yeah.
But I don't want to take you away from anybody. Like,
yeah, your charisma. Yeah. Okay, so in addition to the tomes, there's also the Manual of Bodily Health, which increases your Constitution by 2. Manual of Gainful Exercise, which increases your strength by 2, and the Manual of Quickness of Action, which increases your dexterity by 2. Providing, of course, in all of these cases, that you spend 48 hours over the period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines.
Yeah, so we'd have to study these when we got back, but Wilhelm is throwing them out there as options for everybody. He will let everybody pick the ones they want.
Yeah.
So which one? So Kiori said she would take which one? The Charisma one or the Wisdom one?
Curie was interested in the Tome of Leadership and Influence, which is the one that increases your charisma. But Jen Riller is arguing that it would be better if she had it.
I'm not going to be a complete and total prick and be like, no,
Well, Kiori, Generella, which one of you guys wants it?
Gwen, who do you think should have it?
There you go. Fair choice.
Neutral party.
Yep. Wilhelm's offering him, so he's neutral too, but he doesn't care.
I imagine it benefit Janrilla more, but also like but like Janrilla was saying, like she doesn't want to take like what's your charisma, Curie?
Curie's charisma is only 12. She gets a +1 modifier for her charisma checks. Genrilla has already maxed out their charisma to 20, giving them a +5. So now so we would the Genrilla, of course, has aura effects, which would improve everybody's defensive capabilities.
And I'm throwing this out there. I can recreate these eventually. Like, next time we level up, I can start making these. But
there you go.
Till then, these are all we got.
And it's also my spellcasting modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Change all of my DC, all of my spell save DCs. But if Curie really wants it, then
I think
it would be
useful to stop
me being so
shit at
stuff like that.
That's why I mean,
yeah, the only time you would do a charisma saving throw is if somebody was trying to banish you.
To banish you, which
but having a low charisma does mean that you are terrible at lying and persuading and performing and intimidating. Which is unfortunate, because you would like to intimidate from time to time, and you only got a +1 to it right now.
That's why you become a wizard who you can throw people, because that's intimidating all in itself.
I would really like the charisma book.
Okay, then take that one. In that case, since you're getting wisdom from the one book, does anybody have any problem if Generilla takes the wisdom book?
Oh, go ahead. Yours gets mage handed to you. Generilla or Kiori's gets carried over by Solomon, holding it out like here.
So Genrilla's got the Tome of Understanding. Kiori has the Tome of Leadership and Influence. Feel free to add it to your character sheet.
All right, and then Gwen, what's left is the Dex and Constitution ones.
My dex is already like 20.
You can take both if you want. I mean, no harm in having high.
You can push it to 22 if you read from this book.
That's fair.
You can take both. Because I don't know how high your con is. Wilhelm isn't. He's not stopping anybody from taking 2.
Oh no, I'm currently using the Amulet of Hells.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're in the same boat I am. Okay. All right, then the con one.
I guess I'll take I take Dex.
Okay, and your Dex book gets mage handed over to you, and the con one gets put back in the chest. Chest shut, and chest is gone.
All right. The dexterity book is called the Manual of Quickness of Action, by the way.
And that leaves me with what's the manuals of what's the Constitution one?
The Constitution one is the Manual of Bodily Health.
Bodily health, and then what's the intelligence one that he didn't pull out?
The Tome of Clear Thought.
Okay. Oh crap! What did you do? Alright, well, that's Christmas come early. Alright. What is our plan tomorrow, guys? Or tonight when we wake up, whatever time it is. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You're gonna have. Okay, so the thing is that all of those knights are wearing the amulets, so they don't even know who they originally were anymore.
Now, is it fair for us to automatically assume that all of them are, like they were not in their right mind when they made this decision, or are we good to assume that they were in their right mind? What's the goal here?
Do you want to remind Ruth that?
She remembers what Grandma's did, but like the point Wilhelm's trying to make is, sure they're wearing it now, but how do we know they didn't put it on willingly?
Everybody puts it on willingly because they don't know what the effect is going to be, but as soon as you put it on, Havana overwrites your entire being and makes you a new person who can live happily in their little land.
That is why Wilhelm doesn't wear those things.
Show him the diary.
Yeah, I'll probably show him the whole freaking thing.
What diary? Whose diary? What is this?
It's a diary from, was it Mike?
Mike once snuck into
Mike.
into Havana and spent some time there and found he misplaced his diary for a while, and it was written in by a woman who kept forgetting that the diary, like she kept rediscovering that the diary existed and seeing that she had written in it before, but couldn't remember having written in it because each day Havana tried to erase her memory of it.
Yeah, Wilhelm is going to sit down for a minute and just power read through this thing. I mean, he is like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is why we've been kind of actively working to make Gate better so that people don't necessarily need to get through to Havana as badly. And it apparently is working because he sent an army of knights
well, I kind of just... Oh.
Sorry?
No, what were you saying? No, sorry. I interrupted. What was that?
An army of knights to what?
To escort us, to either eliminate us or escort us to him. So, yeah.
Well, this is why you beware of Grandma's house. Grandma's house.
Well, the Grandma is Havana's sister.
Yeah, I reckon Grandma does similar stuff. That's actually probably why Wilhelm's master originally ran away, as he realized what Grandma was doing and was like, "Hey, this is not okay."
No, Grandma doesn't actually rewrite you.
Mm-hmm.
She just collects all of the knowledge of.
Yeah, in order for Grandma's Academy to function the way it does, everybody is the spellcasters all have the free will and encouragement to study their school of magic as much as they want, but Grandma has access to everything they learn.
Oh yeah, and that'd probably be why. That'd probably be the stories Wilhelm has heard. Then is Grandma just wants to know everything. She wants you to keep no secrets, and Wilhelm's like,
there are no secrets because everybody, though the Grandma's amulets, every member of the Academy can communicate with any other member of the Academy via those amulets and ask any scholastic question they may have, and somebody, possibly several somebodies in the Academy, will know the answer. So it's great in terms of, collective search for knowledge, and
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's a little weird.
There's always
But Grandma knows all of it.
And there's always about 1 million people in your head, because...
Yeah. That'd be one killer headache. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yep. Grandma's not bad. Havana's a dick, and the other guy is just another guy.
The other guy being Magister,
Yeah, Magister.
the Lord of the Dead.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The way Wilhelm looks at it is, okay, he keeps the dead in check.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. He stops it from terrorizing people. Nothing wrong with that. He studies dead bodies. Little but if they're dead, they're dead.
Yeah, if you'd ever been to the necropolis, you might have a different. Anyway,
he's never been there, so
yeah.
He doesn't know. But yeah, this does bring up a good point. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you, generally. I don't like these necklaces. They are not very good.
There is a chance if we do get in trouble, we can just go through the tunnel that Mike showed us to escape.
Yeah, you already know the escape route.
Here's the other issue. If he gets pissed off at us, we have to get the Silver Dragon and what's the name of Kiori's keeper? Like the guy that runs the shop when she's not here. What's his name? I keep forgetting.
Davin.
Davin. We're gonna have to get Silver Dragon, Davin, and crazy old necromancer guy out of Dodge. Like, they will come and kill.
Davin's gonna say, I don't think they want us. I just think they want you.
Well, would you feel safe staying here if we had to get run out of town?
I can keep running the shop for as long as I can, and if and when Kiori returns, it'll be waiting here for her, says Davin.
It won't be much help, but if that does happen, just as a precaution, here is this. And he's going to hand him his bag of tricks.
Which color?
I don't know. You never gave me a color. You just said bag of tricks.
Oh no. Okay. There are three.
We can go with was it rust, copper? What's the other one? Is it rust, copper? I don't know.
The gray, rust, and tan.
Okay. Whichever one you feel like Wilhelm would have had.
Well, you said rust, so let's go with rust.
All right. Yep. He'll hand him the rust bag of tricks.
So Davin's got the rust bag of tricks.
Yep. It's not much, but it'll give you a companion, and if anything happens, something to help protect you for possibly a very small time. It just summons a creature that obeys your will. There's 8 in that specific bag.
He pulls a fuzzy ball out of the bag. How is this supposed to protect me?
Throw it down.
Right now?
Yeah, there's room in here. Throw it down.
Roll the d8. 2. It's an owl. Whoo!
I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that one, but yes, some things like this. You can do it 3 times a day, and there are several in there. They can help protect you mildly, but only for, like I said, a very short time. They're not very meant for extended combat.
Can I have it?
No, you crazy. No, bugger off. You have ways of defending yourself.
I just want to examine it and possibly enhance it.
Oh, it's Davin's now. It's up to him.
Yeah, back off, you crazy old coot.
That will help you out a little bit. I'm afraid that's all I've really got that I think you'd be able to wield effectively.
You know, I used to be quite a high-level member of the Thieves Guild.
He was an assassin type person.
I don't have anything an assassin can use. I have a moon touch sword. No idea what kind. It's just moon touched.
Yeah, it's a common magic item. It counts as magic, sheds a little bit of light. That's it.
Yeah, Wilhelm doesn't have anything crazy, but I mean, no, do I? Well, no, not on hand. Yeah, I don't have anything crazy on me. I'm afraid I don't have much on me that you could use. I'm sorry, friend.
No,
I'm a
I'm just
researcher.
teasing because you said that there wouldn't be much that I could wield. You don't know what I can do.
That's fair. I don't. But again, compared to a researcher supplying you with gear, it's a lot of magical stuff on my end.
Yeah, don't worry. If I've got a knife, I can make it deadly.
Damn you out. Yep, nope. That's about it, yeah. Well, that'll help keep you safe for the time. Just
Okay.
and ooh.
Anyone?
1 point. Wilhelm is going to want to talk to the dragon in private.
Well, he's in the training area at the moment. So unless anybody's in there sparring, he's alone.
I'll be back at the moment, everybody. You all know where the kitchen is. The staff, again, has vegetarian and meat options. Plow away. They have a whole bunch of food.
The servants have vegetarian and meat options. I imagine some of the servants being made of vegetables.
I hope not. That'd be terrible. A piece of broccoli is handing you a salad. Here you go, sir. Be a terrible person.
Anywho. So, what's everybody else doing during their rest period? I know Kiori's reading.
I would start, but it's going to take. I don't want to run into the problem of not being able to finish it in time. So,
And the sooner you start reading, the better, surely.
Yeah, except the fact that it takes what
6 days and 48 hours.
Yeah, 48 hours over 6 days, and that's really, really hard.
I mean, once we talk with Habana, we can take like an extended break, and then so everyone can read their books. Because I mean, Kiori's takes like 80 hours, so our big book.
But she doesn't have to do it over 6 days.
Yep.
Yeah,
she has time.
Yeah, hers doesn't have the time limit because it is such a long amount of time to read. I'm probably just gonna eat something, remove my armor, give it a polish, and sleep.
I guess I'll have Gwen, stay up and listen to each of the stories that, has the dragon given us, like, a name to call him?
Thought he had.
Let me check. Well, I wasn't there at the very beginning, so I wouldn't have written down in the notes. No, not while Wilhelm was present. He did not give a note or a name.
Does anybody remember?
I do not remember that offhand, which makes me sad. It's usually better than that.
So our dragon name is
I know that I googled like another word for silver.
If
Sorry?
Gwen is in there when Wilhelm is talking to the dragon, by the way, he will not. He will just talk to him about magic stuff, not what Wilhelm was originally planning on talking.
Screw it, we'll just call him Sterling.
What I can name? Damn.
Okay.
So what were you asking about? telling Gwen?
Oh, you said like the dragon had like
Oh, he was doing. Yes, legend lore. Yes, he's gonna.
Yeah.
Study the. Okay. So. Yeah, basically from the dragon you find out that this this particular rune blade, moon sword. Sorry. Rune blade sounds better, but this particular moon sword was handed down from generation to high elves, of course, but each of them were a little bit, obsessed with death. They weren't quite so high-minded as other high elves, and they liked to torture and kill, and the sword seemed attracted to those kinds of people. Now, some of them would try to kill for good reason, which is why the last of them to wield it worked in the Temple of Pelor as a member of the Helsingers, and indeed was one of the founding members of the Helsingers, but and had been trying to hunt down the some of the children of Magister that have been prowling the streets of the city of Gate when he died, leaving no heir. At least no heir that he was still in communication with. Most of that lineage of high elves, because of their tendency towards bloodthirstiness, tended to be somewhat rejected by the rest of high elven society, and even their children were outcasts of birth. So yeah, that's fun.
After hearing that, Gwen is just gonna slowly walk to the kitchen and just get as much alcohol that she can carry. And go back to the dragon.
Drinks! Capital idea.
This is making this sword as a win. But I feel like I took an L when it comes to personal problems. Swig.
You feel a wave of affection come at you from the sword. It likes you.
Pat.
It senses your desire to spill blood.
Screw it, she just takes the bottle. And just starts like crying, like, I don't want to be an evil drow, but okay.
So if Wilhelm does come to talk to the dragon, you would no doubt see Gwyn drinking and crying on the floor of the gymnasium.
I'd imagine like having this sword like in her hand, like plushie holding style.
You're cuddling the bottle.
Cuddling the bottle and the sword.
He's gonna look at Gwen as he walks by and just look at the dragon. Do I want to know?
I just told her where her sword came from.
Oh, that's okay.
It's storied history.
Did you see anything fun with the stick? I imagine not. It reckon it was just a rod.
Oh, yes. Sorry, the rod. Give me a moment.
Nah, no worries.
Oh. Oh, dear.
Oh god, that sounds grave.
No, not quite the opposite. Seems this particular magic item has a peculiar destiny.
What is that?
I'm getting strange images of a minotaur wearing nothing but a cowboy hat and leather chaps, using it as a dancing pole.
Shit.
Oh my!
Not gonna lie, Wilhelm is first going to insight him to make sure and be like, "Are you fucking serious, dude?"
Go for it. Insight it.
It's plus, I guess, plus 8. Not 208, plus 8. Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? He's still out of luck left. He'll luck it, because this is funny. I want this.
He's being absolutely sincere, but...
Oh, is he? Oh, god, this is great. He's just gonna start rolling on the floor laughing for a minute or two. And just stand up, like, wiping, just like the laughing tears from his face. Oh, god, I better not become a Minotaur anytime soon.
No, it's not you. The Minotaur's name is, Monty.
So beware Minotaurs named Monty. Okay.
Indeed. Monty... Zuma. Yes.
Name. Well.
He has a
Thank
stage.
you.
He has a stage name.
Oh god, what is it?
The full Monty Zuma.
The full, like fool or full?
The full Monty. Are you familiar with a movie called The Full Monty?
No, I'm not.
Okay, it's about a bunch of workers that decide to strip for money. But full Monty is also a euphemism for being stripped naked.
Well, that works, I guess. I need a little bit of a laugh today. Thank you. Wilhelm is going to go and attune to it before he heads to bed.
Now you know that it's a stripper pole.
Yep, it's going to be used as a stripper pole at one point in the future, and he finds that absolutely hilarious. If he finds this Minotaur, he's giving it to him and ensuring him he wants to pursue a career in stripping.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything particular?
Reading?
No.
When was the last time you guys leveled up?
Oh god.
It's been
I think it was before we went to go fight the vampires in the nest, originally.
Ooh. Alright. You want to go to level 22?
Sure.
Awesome!
yes.
Alright, let's... Guys, I just want to... This means my hit points will be over 230. I am going to be a chunky wizard.
Muscle wizard.
With your chunky pole.
What wizard is it for me? Crap. Oh, I took that warlock level last time like an idiot. Oh my god.
You did. And
Yeah,
now you have a stronger connection to Brazil thanks to your sword. So...
Yeah. Oh, that's in the bag of holding, by the way.
You're still attuned to it.
Oh crap. No, Shiza. For the rod, you'll have to unattune to it. Oh shit. But that thing could come in handy if they have to fight Havana's men. Fuck. Well, as far as he's aware, Havana has no one dead. So, never mind. He will stick attuned to that sword for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's okay.
So, what do I get? 9 hit points?
Oh, that's great. I googled Muscle Wizard just for the fun of it and found some great images, but this one has to be my favorite.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, good news, by the way, guys. Wilhelm is now counted as a 17th level caster. So I get 9th level spells.
Nice.
Finally. Do I get 2 spells? It's 2 spells you get for leveling up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a wizard, you get
Okay.
2 spells each time you level up. Yeah.
I already know what I'm taking.
Cool
One of these bad
beans.
boys.
All right.
And Simulacrum's a 7th level, right?
Hold on.
You went from...
Simulacrum is definitely 7th level.
Yes.
I can't remember if it was 7th or 8th. I knew it was super high, but I don't gain any extra spell slots, do I? Either. Currently I have 4 first, 3 second.
What are you taking a level in, wizard?
Wizard. Yeah, I'm becoming a level 13 wizard.
Okay. So your overall level 13 wizard. So how many levels do you have in Artificer?
In Artificer, 8.
8. And that's half caster. So you're a level 17 caster altogether, yes?
Yep.
Yeah. So you have 4 first, 3 of second, third, and fourth, 2 fifth, and 1 each of 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Okay, so nothing's changed for that. Okay, cool. And he gains.
Well, it should have.
It says for becoming a level 13. Yeah, no, none of it's changed. It's been like that since, God, a while. My spells have, my spell slot total hasn't changed since
Should have.
level 18 or something. It's been a while. That's what I was asking, because, yeah, it's currently 4 at first, 3 at second, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3 for second through 4.
Wait. Artifice. Okay. Because you should have been, with 12 in Wizard and 8 in Artificer, you should have been a 16th level spellcaster. And of course your Warlock would have given you... You got 1 level in Warlock, right?
Yeah, 1. And I just put the one we just got into Wizard, so I'm a level 13 Wizard now.
Yeah. Which will make you a level 17 caster altogether, which should give you your first 9th level spell slot. So that's why I'm saying you're saying that your slots haven't changed, but you've gained a 9th level spell slot.
Yeah. Outside of the 9th, my others haven't changed.
That's true. You will be getting an extra 5th level slot at your next spellcasting level. But and of course you've got your 2 Warlock level slots as well. Curie, would you like to level up in Druid, Cleric, or Barbarian?
Um.
Do you want me to tell you what you gain in each?
Yeah.
So if you take a 2nd level in Barbarian, you've got your Reckless attack, which means you attack at advantage, which I think I've been doing with you already. Oops. And Danger Sense, which means that if you get hit with an area of effect that has you do a dexterity save, you have advantage on that dexterity save. You also, as a barbarian, gain more hit points as you level up than you do with the others. Your 11th level in Cleric would improve your destroying of undead and of course your spellcasting. 11th level in Druid would just improve your spellcasting.
Barbarian?
You want to do Barbarian? Cool. So 12, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more hit points.
It's a 5 for the hit point increase for wizards, right?
Let me check. Well,
No, it's 4.
It's 4.
well,
Okay.
let me check. Because I have
The 6 plus your con.
It's
No,
yeah,
wait,
it's
no, 4 plus your con.
4 plus your con. Yes.
Okay, so with tough, that becomes 6 plus 4, so I gain 10 more hit points. I have 231 hit points.
Nice. Kiori has 219. And now has reckless attack. And danger sense. We both know what those do. So that's easy.
Right.
Alright.
That and sent. New character sheet for Wilhelm has been sent.
Good.
I'm having a tough time deciding.
That's okay. I was actually considering putting an early pin in it, as it's been a long week. Yeah.
And I've got my
I was kind of hoping to get some help figuring out what I
Okay.
want to take.
What do you have in mind?
Well, I'm taking my 8th level of Rogue, so I would get an ASM.
And you want to? You're going to go feat boon or ability score improvement?
I'm probably going feet, but I'm kind of torn between like mostly 2.
What feats do you have at the moment?
I don't even remember if I have any.
That would help.
I have that's the only feat I've taken so far is heavily armored, I believe.
Okay. So
I think everything else went to.
increase your strength score by 1 to a maximum of 20. Gain proficiency with heavy armor. Okay.
Yeah, I had to take this so I could wear my armor because stupid reasons.
All right. Well,
but I'm thinking,
because you have proficiency with heavy armor, you can now take heavy armor master, which further increases your strength, and while you're wearing heavy armor, any bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that you take from non-magical attacks is reduced by 3, which is useless for you because you're a lycanthrope. Never mind. Okay.
I'm between tough or sentinel.
Ooh. Sentinel.
More HP. More HP for the frontliner or.
Yeah, Sentinel is fun, particularly if you combine it with either Polearm Master or Warcaster. You don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I'm not doing polearms. But Sentinel is still useful even if you don't have that.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Because whenever you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, their speed becomes 0 for the rest of that turn. They provoke opportunity attacks from you even if they've taken the disengage action. And when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature. Which is fun. Yeah.
It's between that and gaining 22 more H.
You're already at 200. I mean,
technically 209. The wizard and the cleric have more hit points than the wizard, artificer, and the barbarian cleric.
But
druid more hit points than the paladin.
But Gwendolyn has less, Also, the fact that you also have a ridiculously high AC, and even if they do penetrate your AC, you're immune to non-magical damage. And crits.
That's right. I forgot those guys that hit me. They shouldn't have been rolling their extra. Or did you not roll their extra damage?
I forgot about the fact that So yeah, it would have been a little less, but you're gonna get it all back now anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I forgot they had to roll crits because it's the automatic hit, but they wouldn't have gotten the crit damage. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Sentinel it is. Because that's a fun one.
Yes.
Um.
What do you think of Gwen?
I was going to ask, like, I could take a level in Rogue and do ability score increase, or would you say Gwen is skilled enough to multi-class into a Ranger?
Ooh. Based on Dex, absolutely. Wisdom, just. You'd start taking some, when you get to second level in Ranger, you'd start getting some spellcasting. That could be good though, because as a level 1, with 1 level in Ranger, you'd be able to... Where is it? Here we go. Although you're already proficient in all of your skills, so Canny wouldn't really help you much. Learning 2 additional languages and getting Favoured Foe only adds another D4 to the damage you can do. It's kind of weak sauce for you.
Yeah, that's fair. I was more or less, I guess, looking at the favorite enemy and natural explorer kind of stuff, but
do
you guys have any other options that could work?
Well, so you were thinking of the original version of the Ranger rather than the one in Tasha's?
Yeah, I know there's a difference between them and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
So if you did do Favoured Enemy, you can choose one type of Favoured Enemy from Aberrations, Beasts, Celestials, Constructs, Dragons, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, Giants, Monstrosities, Oozes, Plants, or Undead, or you can choose 2 different types of humanoid. What would you choose as your favourite enemy?
I would either think Fiends or Undead.
Alright. And all it would give you is advantage on survival checks to track either Fiends or Undead, depending on which one you pick, as well as intelligence checks to recall do history checks on them, basically. And Arcana checks about them. When you get this feature, you also learn 1 language of your choice that's spoken by your favourite enemies, if they speak one at all. Natural Explorer, that would let you choose 1 type of favoured terrain from Arctic, coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or the Underdark. Doesn't even give you urban as an option, which is annoying, because that's where you are most of the time. But which one would you pick?
I feel like Underdark.
Okay. And when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to that favoured terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a skill that you're proficient in. And while travelling for an hour or more in your favourite terrain, so say the Underdark, which you barely ever go to, difficult terrain doesn't slow you down. Your group can't become lost except by magical means. You remain alert to danger even if you're doing other stuff. You can move stealthily at a normal pace. You find twice as much food when you're foraging. And while tracking creatures in that environment, you learn exactly how many there are, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. Again, all very situational to being in the Underdark.
Yeah, very situational. The Drifter Explorer.
So, if instead you use Tasha's optional rules, then you have Deft Explorer instead of Natural Explorer, in which case at level 1 you choose one of your skill proficiencies. Your skill proficiency is doubled for any ability check you make that uses the chosen skill. Now, it doesn't call it expertise, so technically, I suppose, if you've already got... you could put it on something you already have expertise in, and it would double it again. But that's, and you also get to speak, read, and write 2 additional languages of your choice. And then the favored foe. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can mark that creature as your favored enemy for a minute, and then you do an additional D4 damage to it on that hit and on each of your subsequent turns until the minute is up, or you decide to or it's down. And you can do that 7 times now because you've got a +7 proficiency bonus. So that's pretty good, but it only adds a D4 to your damage.
Yeah.
So go Ranger if you want to, but I think it would be kind of wasted at this high level.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rogue 16th, you get an ability score improvement, which you could instead use to get a feat or another boon. Well, Fighter, 7th level, you get your martial archetype feature. What type of fighter did you go for?
Samurai.
Samurai.
I think it's like in 40 there.
Elegant Courtier. Yes, when you make a persuasion check, you gain a bonus to the check equal to your wisdom modifier. And your self-control also causes you to gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws, which you already have. And it actually says if you already have this, you can gain proficiency in intelligence or charisma saves instead. So you can basically gain charisma proficiency on saving throws, as well as +2 on to your... So your persuasion rolls would become a +11.
Again.
So which would you rather do?
I think it maybe be better to do Rogue, so then the level increase after that, I get my Phantom Rogue's final ability.
Nice.
Which is Destinial, which, do you know how I could do Whales of the Grave and, like, attack another enemy? With Destinial, both the Whales of the Grave actually attacks the original target and the secondary one as well.
Nice. Did you know that as a drow you have an access to a feat called Drow High Magic that allows you to
I have heard of it.
Detect magic spell, cast it at will without expending a spell slot. You can also learn Levitate and Dispel Magic, which you can cast once each without expending a spell slot. And you can cast these 2 spells. You can regain the ability to cast them when you finish a long rest. And that's charisma. So yeah, you can get 3 free spells if you go for Drow High Magic. There's also Lucky and all kinds of other ones, including Did you already take Piercer?
No, I don't think so. I don't have Piercer.
So the Piercer feat increases your strength or dexterity by 1 to a maximum of 20. Obviously, you've already maxed your dex to 20, so it would probably be your strength. But once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing damage, such as your shots from your bow or your dagger, I think even the rapier is piercing damage. Maybe not. Maybe that's slashing. But either way, you can re-roll one of the attack's damage dice and use the new one. Plus, when you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll an additional damage die when determining the extra piercing damage the target takes. So if you were to crit with your oath bow, instead of doing 2d8, it would do 3d8. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
There's also Poisoner that allows you to mix your own poisons and treat your weapons with it. Shadow Touched is fun. Yeah, there's all kinds of great feats, including Chef. Do you know what Chef does?
Yeah, if you cook food, it's healing items.
You gain proficiency with cook's utensils if you don't already, and as part of a short rest, you can cook special food provided you have the ingredients and cook's utensils on hand. You can prepare enough of this food for a number of creatures equal to 4 plus your proficiency bonus, which would be 11 in your case. At the end of the short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit die to regain hit points regains an extra 1d8 hit points. And also, with 1 hour of work, when you finish a long rest, you can cook a number of treats equal to your proficiency bonus. These special treats last 8 hours after being made. A creature can use a bonus action to eat one of these treats to gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. It's just fun. Yeah. It's really your choice on that. What boons you go for? City of Gate is slowly making Gwendolyn an alcoholic. Alright. Well, if you have any questions during the week, let me know.
Okay. And it's probably late, so you can just, I guess, send me the Moonblade stats later.
Alright, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let me write that down quick, actually, before I forget. So what we did was figure that out. Yeah, we made it a
resistance to necrotic and radiant, +3 weapon.
Let me try and do it in order so that I can keep it in order in my head. Sorry. So it's got a +3 to attack and damage rolls. Resistance to radiant and necrotic damage. Not the sword. You personally have those. You have 1 use each of Misty Step. Shit. Oh, see invisibility. And Vampiric Touch. And crits on 19 And 20. One d6. Sorry. Extra 1d6 fire damage to undead.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Oh?
Defensive duelist.
Oh, yeah.
You can add your proficiency bonus to your AC if you are wielding a finesse weapon in reaction to a melee attack.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have to think about this.
Defensive duelist is good.
We'll constantly raise the AC to 28.
DC 15, con save.
Or actor could be interesting for roleplay purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Actor, the cheap way to get the assassin rogue's 13th level ability.
Wait, what?
Actor kind of duplicates the at a faster way or whatever the assassin rogue's 13th level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect memory, whatever.
Little bit. Aye. Anyway, I think that's everything that we rolled for the rune blade, for the moon blade. I hope you guys listening at home have enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed playing. Oh dear, the chat. What went wrong with the chat? Okay. Anyway, feel free to join our community. We've got a link down below in the description. And I'll see you next time we play. And in the meantime,